and welcome to my channel. I'm Liz. This is Budget and Balance, where I'm sharing my journeys to health and wealth through budgeting, debt payoff, and anything else that comes up midlife. Today, we're going to take a look at my new savings tracker because now that my credit card is so close to zero, it's almost paid off, guys. Like, so exciting. I am going to build up my savings, and here's how it's going to happen. So here is my new tracker. The top part is any deposits that I'm making. The bottom part tracks balances, which I'll do, at the end or the beginning of each month. And I have all the months going across. I just hit a few columns to make it easy to see everything on screen. In just a minute, I'll go through all of my savings accounts and explain to you what they're for and how I'm building them up, what the goals are. In the middle here, you'll see all of my monthly deposits or balances, depending on which one I'm looking at. On the right here is 2025 goals. These two columns, I don't know if I'm going to keep them or not. So we're not going to talk about them today. And then over here, all the way to the right is the ultimate goal for that savings account. Before I get into my explanation, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. Help me grow my channel, guys. And hit the like button if you want me to do videos updating what I'm depositing and my balances and all of that. I'm giving away $250 when I hit 2,500 subscribers. Also, if you're interested in coming on my channel to talk about finances, there's a link in the description box. It's very short and simple, just some contact information that we can talk about what we're going to do. Obviously, talk about money, and it's your choice whether it is a live stream or if you want to do something pre-recorded. Back to my tracker. So my first account here is my buffer in Belco. This account is directly connected to my checking account, so it's very easy to transfer funds back and forth as needed. I have gone back and forth over the years of whether I'm going to build this up for monthly bills to be 1 month ahead, or am I just not going to keep anything in it because I don't earn any interest. I've come to the conclusion that any money left at the end of the budget, I really don't know what to do with, is going to go towards wish list items. I am tracking my wish list on my spending tracker right here. Solid black Brooks sneakers. I love my Brooks. I just need solid black so they match with more outfits when I go to school. That's about $175. They're really expensive. I'd like to get my hair cut and colored. I would like to go to my guy that I've been going to for 20 some years back home, which means I have to travel. I have to pay for my cut and color, a tip, and probably a meal out because I'll go see friends and family while I'm in town. It's like a whole day. Second pair of sunglasses and prescription glasses. I know this might be TMI, but I need new bras. Layla at Personal Finance with Layla had given me this idea about the Spotify gift card. It's $99 for 1 year, which saves roughly $36 over the course of the year. I would really like to be able to do that and then invest my $36. And then the last thing currently on my wish list is the buyback program. This is connected to my public service loan forgiveness federal student loans. It's such a mouthful to say. Oh my gosh. So with that buyback program, I'm definitely going to do a video more in depth, but basically it's going to help me get to my loan forgiveness for being a teacher much sooner than I anticipated. More on that to come in May. I color coded this. Things in green are a higher priority than yellow items, than orange items, and the red ones are just not that much of a priority. My next savings account is my online Discover account. This one I refer to as my emergency fund, and my goal for 2025 is $2,500. My ultimate goal is $5,000. That is enough money for running my household with my husband for several months. And God forbid if something should happen, it will give me at least 2 months of running my household. I know, before you guys say I need to build this up and make it more of a priority, just remember that my husband and I have an online savings account for an emergency fund that we've both funded, mostly from my husband because he makes more money, that we have So this does not need to be as much of a priority for me now. In fact, we almost had to dip into that savings account this week. My husband woke up one morning and the floor in the kitchen was covered in water. He saw where it was coming from, the dishwasher, took it apart, thought he saw where the leak was, ordered a $20 part from Amazon, and he wasn't feeling 100% confident in this, that was what the problem was. So we were also looking at dishwashers, and they were like $800 to $1,200 what we were looking at. And it's like, oh, it's so much money, and we want to go away on a little getaway in a couple, I don't know, weeks, maybe 2 or 3 months from now. Anyway, that's like our budget for that. So to spend it on a dishwasher is not as much fun, but luckily the part came in. My husband was able to put it all together, and it has been, I don't know, a week maybe just a couple of days. So many days are running together. But anyway, it has been running perfectly fine. So we saved a ton of money. The next account is my sinking funds account through Capital One. My goal for 2025 is $5,000. And I feel like this is very lofty because the idea is I'll be putting money aside so that I can spend it when I need to spend it. For example, on my car, if I have to do my registration or get new brakes or something like that, I'm going to save the money, but then spend it. So while my goal is $5,000, it is also just a little note in the back of my head that that money is for spending. My ultimate goal would be to have $18,000 in that account. However, that just seems a bit ludicrous because of the shared account I have with my husband, the emergency fund that I have. So we'll see how I might be adjusting these goals as the year goes on. This is just where I'm at now. This is very brand new to me. I've always lived paycheck to paycheck. I could save money, but then I would always spend it on something big like my car, usually my car, or going on a trip or something. So this is not something that has been a habit of my life for the last 25 years. So all new to me. So oops. If I seem like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I don't. I'm just taking it day to day here. You may have seen one of my recent videos, the 100 envelope challenge. I am starting it up again. I've done it a couple of times in the past, but now I feel like I'm in a much better place to actually stick with it. And so I haven't quite decided if I will do it every paycheck or just once a month. We'll see what happens. I already sent $76, so that's a great start for the year. My goal for this year is to have $2,500 in that account, and my ultimate goal is $6,000. This account is specifically earmarked for a new car in the future. I'm hoping that my current RAV4 lasts at least 5 more years. It is a 2016. So it'd be great if it lasts 5 more years, and this will give me a chance to start building up for a future down payment. Also something that I've never done before. The next 3 accounts here are my Nibling accounts. This money I want specifically for them to spend on whatever they want. Maybe they want to travel, maybe they want to go on a vacation, buy a car, down payment on a house, whatever, fun money. The way that I'm contributing to this is however old they are, they're getting that much money per month. So basically, when my niece turns, oh my gosh, when she turns 5 in June, I'll do 5 times 12 is 60 and deposit $60. Till they are 18, this account will be $2,064 in deposits. So my ultimate goal is $2,064 for each of these accounts. My goal for 2025 is whatever their age is going to be at the end of the year, getting it all caught up. I actually made this little chart down here. So for example, the first guy, he's going to turn 9, but not till later in the year. Anyway, you can see all these years, this is how much money I should have been depositing to the account. It adds up to $552. My niece, hers will be $192 because she'll be 5 this year. And then my other nephew is going to be 2 this year. So he gets $12 for the first year he was born, $12 for being 1, $24 for being 2. So his adds up to $48. That's what my goals are for 2025. The last account is my IRA. This I have through our financial planners. $583 per month will continue to come out on the 10th every month, adding up to $7,000. That is the max. If something has changed or changes in the future where that increases, I will definitely increase my contribution. I'm not exactly sure if I'm just going to take my 2025 goal, divide it among each of these months, and keep that as my monthly deposit. So let's just take a look at what that's going to look like. But my buffer account is flexible. That's basically money that's left over after everything has been budgeted and saved and bills have been paid. Whatever's left will go to the wish list. So I really can't do anything there right now. My emergency fund, I'm definitely not counting January, and I don't think I'm going to count February. If I look at, should I look at this by the month or by paycheck? We have 10 months left, but I have a couple, I think 2 months where there's 3 paychecks. So if I have 20, not counting February, I have 22 paychecks then left throughout the year. Let me just see what that would be. So if I take $2,500 divided by 10 months, it's $250 a month. I should have been able to do that in my head. If I take $2,500 and divide it by 22 paychecks, I'll say 23. I'll include let me just keep it the same. 22 paychecks. It is $115, say, per paycheck, or about $225 a month. But there are some months where I have 3 paychecks. So should I do this by the month or by the paycheck? I think I'm inclined to do it by paycheck only because I usually budget by paycheck. And I don't do it by the month. I look at my monthly budget, but I actually budget out every paycheck. I will count the 23 paychecks. I will count February. So it's $108 per paycheck. I'm going to do 110. So it would be 220. Okay, my goal for sinking funds is $5,000 for the year. So if I have 23 paychecks less, if I have 23 paychecks left, that is $217 and change per paycheck, and 218 times 2. I'm just going to round up for savings, $436 per month. And then again, like I said, there's some months with 3 paychecks. I'll just say 225. For the 100 envelope savings, the goal is $2,500. So really, I could do that by paycheck because I have 23 paychecks left. That's $2,300 if I have $100 per paycheck to put towards the 100 envelope challenge. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to always have $100. Sometimes it's going to be less than that. So if it's less than $100, I'll put the balance towards the buffer account for my wish list items. $100 is the max. So that will work. And if there's 23 paychecks and I do $100 per paycheck, it's only going to give me $2,300. There's going to have to be some days where I'm giving a little bit more in that area. We'll see how it shakes out throughout the year. As it concerns the savings accounts for my Niblings, somebody mentioned they also have Capital One savings account and they're able to transfer less than $25 at a time. So I will try it when I get my next paycheck to see if it works, because now that somebody said that, it might be that the Discover account is the one that has the minimum of $25, or it might be my reseller savings account. On my next paycheck, which is it Friday? It'll be the 21st. So yeah, next Friday, then we'll take a look at that. For my first nephew's account, if I do 552 divided by 23 paychecks, not times, divided by 23 paychecks, it's about $25 per paycheck. If I do 192 divided by 25, it's about $8 a pay. And then, I mean, this is ridiculous for me to even do the math on this one. In the next paycheck, I'm going to just max out the little guy here. We're going to transfer and make sure that balance will be $48. Then I won't be adding to his account until his birthday later this year, and he'll be 2, so he'll get 12 months times $2 for his age times 12 months, so $24. That will happen later in the year. So we'll max him out because it's such a small amount. My niece, I think when I look at my account, I'm just going to have enough money to do 25 until I bring her account up to the 192. And then I'll just transfer 25 for my nephew as well. So right now, that's going to be $75 in my budget per month. And then I'll just adjust it once I hit each milestone. And I think I'll do that once a month on the opposite paycheck from when my IRA comes out. All right, like I said before, the IRA, if the minimum or the maximum amount that you can transfer increases, then I will increase my contribution there. Otherwise, it's going to stay $583. This looks pretty good. I feel good about this. Now let's go over to my budget and just update some numbers. IRA is coming out on the 10th. That's monthly, $583 per month. My emergency fund, $110 per pay or $220 per month, knowing that on that third month or that third pay in a month, it's going to also be $110. My buffer, that's just flexible. It's going to be whatever is left over. And then for my nibblings, that is going to be by the month, and it's going to be opposite of whatever my IRA is. So it will be with the next pay. I'm not sure what I was thinking here, so I'm going to delete all of this. For that pay, and I said monthly. So how many months is this going to take? Let me just see. Bright yellow, this column is how many paychecks I have left in the year. So my next paycheck, I will have 23 left. Well, that is the 23rd left paycheck of the year, I guess. Am I saying this weird? So if I transfer $75, each of my nibblings will get $25. That will bring the little guy to his $48 balance. Then with the next paycheck, if I split the $75 and give them each $35, I could do $37. That will be fun. Let's see how that comes out. That gets a little closer to our goal. It doesn't really make a difference, does it? So if I just do 35 because I like a nice round number, that means up until paycheck 18. Let me see what date paycheck 18 left is. That's the beginning of May. So $70 for the nibblings account up until May will be split between the two older nibblings. That will bring my niece's account to $200. And that is, a little bit more than where I want it to be for the year, but totally fine. I need $555 for my nephew's account. So after my niece is done, all $75 can go into his account, and that will take up to 13 left. That will be July. So after that, I can reevaluate where I'm putting that $75, but I'll feel good about being caught up on that and letting it sit there, earn its interest. Paycheck 23 is going to be $75. And then from 22 to 18, it will be $70. From paycheck 17 to 13 will also be $75, and that will just go to the 1K. And then after July, I'll be caught up with that savings account. For sinking funds, $225 per pay. Sounds good to me. And then 100 per pay for the 100 envelope challenge. The next thing I want to do is just go down here to the bottom and check that I have money left over. Don't worry about this negative 91. That is because with my paycheck from February 7th, I'm waiting for my insurances to come out and clear. And when they do, I will have a buffer that I will be transferring to my wish list account. More on that later. Let me go back down here. So every other paycheck from now until June, actually, I'm going to have a nice little chunk of change. Now, what should I do with that nice little chunk of change? Depending on what else is coming out, which it really should be about the same, of about $670. Let me know what you think I should do with that money. Let me know if you agree with me. I think that I'm going to add more money to my sinking funds. And just knowing that I may need to use that money for my buyback program. I just don't have another account for my buyback program, and I don't want to open another account. And you guys know when I have a debt, I tend to drain accounts. It looks like on the days the paydays where I don't have my IRA contribution, I have a very big chunk of change. So that's 10 paychecks until I need to most likely make my buyback. And if I estimate my buyback, I'm just going to guess it's going to be about $3,000. So it's about $300 per pay. But I can't do that because when my IRA comes out, I don't have $300. On the days, the paydays, that I don't have an IRA contribution from now through June, I'm going to bump my sinking fund pay to $500, and that means $725 per month. This makes me feel like I have no money again. Okay, so here in July is when I stop contributing to the Nibling account. So I will have $500 to save here. You know what? I'm going to also budget it for August. I'm going to budget it for the rest of the year. If I'm going to be in that routine, I might as well just be in that routine. When I go on the bottom here, I just want to make sure that I don't have any negative numbers. Sorry, I'm scrolling super fast and I don't have any negative numbers except for the 91, which we already talked about. Then the last thing is my 100 envelope challenge, $200 for the month, $100 per pay. And I think that is even going to work for the months that I have 3 paychecks. That will work. So that's good. All right. I still have some money left over to do something with. Don't forget, some of that money is going to the wish list items. And who knows what else is going to come up along the way this year. I feel like I'm in a really good spot. So the next video I'm going to make and share with you guys, I don't know if it will be the next video I'm posting, but I'm going to drink some water and then record sinking funds because I have a new tracker for that too. All right, guys, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.